Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back with some more 86, this being episode 7. End of the previous episode, I think they said, like, Spearhead Squadron is being put onto this other objective. I think they were saying, like, there was, like, a Legion base under construction or something, so we're going to be moving on to that. Although we were denied reinforcements, they gonna have to do this anyway. I was saying I think it's a trap. I think we all were saying it's gonna be a trap. I think even our characters themselves were saying it's probably a trap, but they have to get onto this anyway. Also, we had the stuff with Lena, to her coming to this realization, right, that she's feeling some type of way about Shin. So we had that as well. Just continues to show the reality of war as well. We lost 2 other members of the squadron. Like, you just can't get too connected to these characters, right? Because this is just the world they live in, the reality. Obviously, like with the discrimination and all of that as well. So it's like, damn. And it even goes like further back into the past. Besides, obviously, the characters we're seeing here, we know how far kind of this goes, and especially how Shin's had to deal with it because he's been the longest surviving member. So it's like, damn. But yeah, we'll see what we have with this episode. I'm really looking forward to this episode even more so than normal. I mean, the general direction in this series is really good, but one of my, I would say, more personal favorite directors is actually directing this episode. And I found out about this actually last week after I finished this the previous episode, and I saw that Tomohiko Ito is actually going to be directing this episode. So that is awesome, and that's why I'm even looking forward to this episode even more so. So we'll see what it has going for it. We're going to get into this one in 3, 2, 1, go. Fireworks? We got sparklers. And then having the times of their lives. Anju. Okay, so is this like a precursor sort of thing? Is this like, because it has to be about Daya, right? That could be the only thing I could think of. Probably talking to Lena. Or I guess he could be talking to someone else, but these are just my guesses. Who does he talk to the most? Who have you been seeing him talk to the most lately? There's like fireworks here. I think this is like a precursor or something. Okay. That's really what it seems like. There's like a mix of emotions there with the beginning, because you have obviously like them having a blast, it seems like, with the fireworks and all that. You got Anju crying, you got whatever the conversation is with Shin, and probably Lena there too. So, and just in case you guys don't know, you guys probably maybe looked up his name when I said Tomohiko Ito, but director of Erased, director of Sword Art. I think the first 2 seasons of Sword Art and Ordinal Scale. He directed Fugo Keiji, Balance Unlimited. He's been on a bunch of stuff. Death Note. I think he was like assistant director for Death Note, Silver Spoon. I love his directorial style for sure. So to have him on 86 is a great thing. He's a great great director. I think he recently had, what was it, the Hello World movie? I think there was that. Isn't there another movie? I haven't watched that yet, actually. There's like Hello World and I think another one, or maybe that's like a short. I don't remember. But he's, obviously very used to working with A1 with Sword Art and all of that. All right, here we go. Supplies for this Spearhead Squadron. So not the reinforcements, because those got denied. Okay, so these are the fireworks. So we saw the box at the beginning. So it was like a precursor. She's like, I'm telling you, it's special ammunition. You don't seem very convincing, but I guess she got away with it. Revolution Festival. Yeah, after she fell. It's like, we won't laugh or anything. Oh, they did kind of laugh there or smirked. Aw. Nice shot there. Nice shot. So like she trying to sneak these fireworks in there to them. Coming off the birthday and all that too. Haven't saw this lively in a minute. I know they got like this festival and all that coming. Nothing changes at all, no matter what. Oh, it's like all in her head. So just to think, this is just her first time really dealing with this. They've been dealing, especially someone like Shin, like how long he's. I just think of him, but all of them as well. That dialogue, or yeah, while you're seeing like that stuff with the food, they love doing that, like cutting into the food or something. It's like any of us could die at any time. That's just the reality of it. That's why I can't like get connected too connected to these characters. Really, besides Shin and Lena, I would say for the most part. So the man does sleep. So the man does sleep. Yeah, on all of them. No reinforcements. No new members. She's really adamant about that. She's gonna keep trying, apparently. Silence. I don't know. Well, I don't like that silence. Not many words there. Some little moments of silence too. Oh, she's on her uncle about this. Like reinforcements, reinforcements. I don't know if that's necessarily. Is that a yes then, or are we actually going to at some point? Lena in a dress though at this party. Hold up. So maybe a little symbolism with the wine there was. I don't know why else you'd show it like that. Hey, I got no complaints. I wasn't expecting it though. I was not expecting it. Yeah. Yeah. He like, wait, is that who I think it is? Hold up. Maybe not. Shit. She got like her lips. She got like some lipstick on or something. They like extra popping. I think I've said this before. But she can really rock anything. So even like the black dress and all of that, it's just like killing it. Special ammunition, the fireworks. She wants them to have some fun. So if not for her, they just would have been left out of this or whatever, right? This would have been no spark or anything with them, just normal, how it just would have been, how their everyday lives are. Wish we could see them together. Man, when they actually do that, when they actually like meet up, at that point, I don't know if it's gonna be all of who we have in there now, but Shin and Lena, more so. When they meet, dude. I mean, I hope they can watch them all together, but it's just not the reality of this series. Anju is finally able to cry. It was about Daya. That's what I saw at the beginning of the episode. I was like, that was the only thing I could think of why she'd be crying. The thing he remembers the most is when he was choked out and said that he was the reason his parents died. Will you remember us as well? The reach out with the fireworks too in unison. Man. Yo. I mean, I like what she's saying there, but is that really possible? You know, like okay, obviously I would love for no more of them to die. But this is just wishful thinking. That was a beautiful little scene there though. Oh, this one first got him. Wondering if we can tell her. Tell her what? Yeah, okay, Corona. She got the little tsundere thing going on. Anju. Hmm. Like us. About what? I mean, they were being kind of like odd on the parade thing, the communications earlier, like the pauses, the silence, the short responses. Okay, so this has to be something big. couldn't even tell what that like was on her back. Yeah, that affects her definitely the most. What about Shin? Oh, this dialogue, man. Who will carry his heart then? Like, if he's doing this for all of us, if we have somewhere to go, then, and you would, obviously, I think we all know what our answer or our response would be to that. I don't even have to say it. But wow. Yo, what the fuck? How you gonna have that with the like the fireworks shit too flashing back to that? What? Dude, and we were saying like we knew it was a trap. Like most likely a trap. So fucked. Ultra artillery cannon. One we've never. Is this like something new or something like another surprise with the Legion or something? Or she came? Is she where it came from too? More of them. Yeah, but they never said it gave a specific time or like when this was going to be. Is this gonna be what, like the secret or whatever? Nothing you do will change a thing. It's an execution ground. Is this there to be killed? Placements you were just talking about, the processes that come after this. So after they all die, that's when the reinforcement. They don't intend to let a single 86 out of the district. What the fuck? But they still fight and they still go out there, and even if they know that this is what it is. How much? What does that say about them? Sent to the worst. You know, sent literally to traps, essentially. So it's like they know this from the beginning, essentially, and they still do fight how they do. Like they could just give up and just be like, fuck this. Like, no. Literally. From the start. Cause like, yeah, what her uncle said earlier or whatever. That was my question too. Like, why do they fight? They still continue to go out here, even knowing that. It's not all of them. Right. We all decided which we wanted to be. Oh my god, there's so much great dialogue in this episode. We'll survive to the very last moment. Oh my god, and that's what I was wondering about. That's our pride. Rather than just accepting that from the get-go. Oh, look at this shot, man. They all go out. And one remains. That's how I take that what they did visually there with the fireworks, you know? The reach out too here. They always be getting a little fancy, a little creative with how they leave off, the episode for the ED. Man, that reveal. And I mean, honestly, that's literally what it felt like from essentially the get-go in itself, right? It felt like okay, they're just going out here to die essentially. That's kind of how I think probably most of us just interpreted it, right? But their whole like thing with making sure that none of them, can leave this district or get out or try or threat of a rebellion or anything like that. It's like they put them here. We're gonna make sure they die. Like they all die. There will be none of them left. It's just like, what the fuck, man? And the flip back also, like how they were going back and forth between the fireworks and the artillery, man. It's like, oh, them dropping. I don't know what the hell that was. It's like a new Legion development, essentially, maybe. Like even another one. Okay, we got something else here. Okay. Pretty sure all these juggernauts just got wiped out. What the hell? Bro. The Legion, man. So if that artillery wasn't... What? I mean, I love the design. I love the design. Don't get me wrong about that, but just took out like a whole juggernaut unit right there. It seemed like. So that's just fantastic, right? This is great. This is what we've been talking about, though, especially since we got that Legion reveal, how we know they're continuing to develop. And all right, this episode, man, kind of a tough pill essentially to swallow, right? Especially with that reveal at the end. Lots of great dialogue in here as well, from Kurina, from what's his name, Raiden, from him. I mean, man, Anju, there was great dialogue in this episode as a whole. Like, I love that line from Kurina about Shin's heart and all of that. Like, if he's gonna be like this for us, then who's gonna be the one to his heart, essentially? And I don't even have to say, but we know what it is, or who most likely that is. So that dialogue from him at the end there, I mean, as expected, the direction in this episode was fantastic. As just it's been with most of the series. It's really cool they got Tomohiko Ito on to direct an episode, though. Knocked it out of the park. I feel like the direction was really good with this episode. And man, I love that bit from Lena too on the balcony when she was talking to Shin there. That was another standout scene with this episode, the reach out. And I was like, I love this, right? I love this dialogue. But then what do we see? Then exactly what did we see? It's like death. And then along with the reveal too. And so it's just like Shin. So it's like, okay, they all get wiped out. Shin's the last one remaining, and then more come in. And that's just like what it's been. Like, they don't even, because I don't know. So I guess it's not even necessarily like, because obviously Shin hasn't been wiped out yet. So it's like this man just been put through it for obviously the longest amount of time. It's like this one guy, this one unit we just can't get rid of. But as for all the others, it's like, sheesh. So yeah. It's going to be a long thing, but I've talked about this time and time again, how I feel like Shin and Len are going to be like these pillars, going forward, that I don't want to say totally reverses this shit, but gets this shit somewhat straight or right, the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot, and I don't even think just the two of them can do it themselves, but some big developments are going to have to happen, obviously, for all that to kind of go into motion. This is like way, future stuff we're talking about here, but I can already kind of see it. Just them two being the pillars for change, essentially, in this series, in this world. But the Legion threat continues to grow. So we'll see what we have with that in the next episode. Next episode's called Let's Go. So, but more of the Spearhead Squadron just dropping, and this is what it is. So yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this episode, man. It was a really good episode, though, even with what we're seeing here and like the reveal and how fucked it is. It's like still a great episode. And from what I've heard, the adaptation is like flawless. Like, people are saying this is probably one of, if not so far, like this is one of, if not the best, light novel adaptation. Like, they are not even done with the first volume yet, I've heard, with this anime. And I don't know if the first core is gonna adapt just the first volume. That's like, you just don't hear that. This is unheard of nowadays. So that's good news as well, that this is getting the care it deserves from an animation direction perspective as well, but also like the writing behind the anime itself and how they're adapting, excuse me, the material, how they're adding anime original stuff. It's good, man. Good stuff. Like, this is a hitter for sure. And we're just really scratching the surface when you really think about it. So, yeah, man, that about does it for this episode of 86. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.